Good morning. I am astrologer and numerologist Lateesha Hinton, and I just wanted to come to you this morning and talk to you about the natal moon, or the moon in the birth chart in the sign of Taurus, and how that shapes the personality. So when we talk about the moon, we're talking about what is familiar to us, what our fallback is as far as comfort zone, the way that we feel at home, really it shows up as the person that we are at home. Our sun sign could be this really outgoing person, or it could be a very still and quiet person, but then the moon will alter that personality quite a bit. And the people who can attest to the characteristics of a person's moon sign are typically the people who live with an individual, because they see them in their comfort zone. They see how they like to sleep, how they like to watch TV or not, or what they like to eat and when they like to eat, or on this sort of thing. So this is what the moon sign will show us, and it's really huge when we talk about compatibility. We really want to look at the moon and see if the two moons of the partners are compatible, and if not, how that can play out in a relationship. So when we're talking about the energy of Taurus, we are talking about fixed earth. And so Taurus is known for being the most stubborn sign. And it is true. And it is because it is earth, for one, so it's very grounded. For two, it is fixed. And this gives it this stick-to-itiveness and the stubbornness about this individual, more so than any other sign. There's fixed earth, fixed water, fixed air, and fixed fire signs. But the fixed earth, because it is already grounded, being associated with the earth, it makes it more stubborn. So the moon is exalted in the sign of Taurus, and what that means is that the moon does very well in the sign of Taurus, because the moon by nature is cyclical. So there's ups and downs, there's ebbs and flows when it comes to the moon and how she acts. So the moon in the sign of Taurus gets an opportunity to have some stability, because when the moon is in Taurus, Taurus by nature does not have a lot of the ups and downs and mood swings and this sort of thing. So the moon is able to just kind of relax and be at its best, and able to keep the emotions more under control and not up and down, angry today, sad by noon, happy, disgusted, just up and down, joy and this and that. So oftentimes, depending on the sign, if there's a water sign, moon in the water signs, it can be very up and down in the emotions. But within the sign of Taurus, it can be very stable. So, but what does this person like, and what do they fall back on? So, one of the things they really fall back on is stability. They want consistent money. Taurus is the sign of money and finances. So these people, they want to have their finances coming in constant. This is a person that typically is going to work in a traditional job. If they're not working on a traditional job, they have finances that they know are coming in, and when they are coming in, they have their resources together, because they need to have that to feel safe. When we're talking about the moon, we're looking at what makes us feel safe. So for Taurus moon individuals, money, stability, stable shelter, stable place to live, stable relationships make them feel safe. Now, Taurus by nature, they don't have a lot of friends, because they are really choosy about who they have close to them. This is a sign that requires honesty and integrity, and when they find that people are dishonest, they tend to pull away from them. If they have friends, well, they do have friends, but there will maybe one or two throughout the whole life. They will stick with their family members, and they will stick with those close-knit people who have proven themselves to them that they can be trusted with them. And when it comes to being at home, they want comfort. They like quality things. Taurus is ruled by the sign of Venus, which represents beauty and luxury and money, of course. And so Taurus likes to have nice quality clothing with nice material. They would rather have quality over quantity. So instead of just having a lot of stuff from, you know, the cheap stores, they would rather have traditional pieces that are of high quality that will last. They like to have, you know, the blankets that are nice and fluffy, things that are really comfortable and cozy. These are words that are associated with the things that Taurus likes. So Taurus rules the five senses, okay? Earth, five senses, things that we can taste, smell, touch, and see. And so, and hear. So Taurus rules all of these things. So they want to hear beautiful music. They typically love music. They love art. They love beautiful things, beautiful people. And they typically are beautiful people who have a lot of planets in Taurus. So with the moon in Taurus, as far as this person feeling comfortable, they need to have a home that looks nice, you know, it's clean, it smells good. They're very sensitive to smells. If things are not clean, if they don't smell good, then Taurus is not comfortable there. They don't do well. They'll be frustrated and have anxiety if things are not kept up and looking nice and looking neat and in order and structure. And also food is a huge deal. Taurus energy, sun, moon, any of the personal planets, Mars, any of the prominent places, if they have Taurus there, particularly the moon, we're talking about comfort. They want to have delicious food. They want food that is of high quality, that tastes great, well prepared. They love to eat. Typically, food makes them relax and calm down. And so these are some things that we can definitely see with Taurus moon. Now, they are faithful people. They want to have, they don't like change. So Taurus energy does not like change. So the moon in Taurus, they don't want to be changing. They don't want to change partners. They don't like starting a new relationship, and that brings them anxiety. So they will stay in the relationship long term. You know, if something should happen and they do leave, they will come back, and they want to come back because they like what they know. They are comfortable with the devil that they know. So oftentimes they can stay in a relationship too long, even when it has gone bad and things are not working. You'll find that Taurus will overstay in the relationship. And so compatibility for a Taurus moon, because again, the moon is so important to look at, more important than the sun sign, because again, the moon is how we are at home, how we are, how we feel most comfortable in partnerships. And so a Taurus moon would do best with other earth signs. Virgo moon, Capricorn moon, they do well with the other water signs. Cancer moon, Pisces moon. Now Scorpio moon can be kind of tricky. I think that the compatibility for that is not the best, because Scorpio, for one, is opposite of Taurus. It can work, right? But they are opposites of each other, and they have opposite concerns. And in addition to that, they're both big signs, both very domineering. They both want to be in control. They both want power. So with that, it might not be the best combination to come together long term. So just take this in, keep this in mind. If you want to find what your moon sign is or your partner's moon sign is, you can go to astro.com. You put in your date, time of birth. Even if you don't have the time of birth, if you put in the date and the city and state where you were born, you'll be able to see the moon sign for the day that you were born or that your partner was born. And it looks like a little crescent. The symbol for it is like a crescent moon, and then it should have the name of the sign that it was in at the time or on the day that you were born. So look that up and subscribe to my channel. Visit me at LateeshaBynumHinton.com. I have a lot of information on my webpage about different things, numerology and astrology. Also like me on Facebook and Instagram, and if you want a reading from me, you can definitely find that information on my webpage. I love you, and I'll talk to you later. Have a great day.